What's up, SNA fans? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And this is the wrestling news video on March 13th, or not the 15th, 2024, my apologies, where Super Ninja Austin's going to be talking about the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors that you SNA fans need to know from the Ringside News article. And then let's get started on the first wrestling news on why The Rock's WWE schedule post WrestleMania remains under scrutiny. But anyways, The Rock's recent return to WWE caused quite a stir, momentarily overshadowing the excitement surrounding Cody Rhodes' appearance at WrestleMania 40. Although brief, The Rock's comeback captivated audiences, garnering undiv- undivided attention during this memorable return. Initial post reports again Initial reports hinted at the possibility of The Rock having another match post WrestleMania 40, but there's now an update on that front. Acknowledging the perfect timing of his heel return to WWE, The Rock himself has hinted at the immediate at the imme- at the immediate the imme- the amendment the imminent comeback. Recently, Cody Rhodes accepted The Rock's challenge for him and Seth Rollins to face The Rock and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, further solidifying The Rock's in-ring return. According to Dave Meltzer, excuse me, according to Dave Meltzer's report in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, The Rock is currently immersed in filming The Smashing Machine, a movie where he betrays former MMA star Mark Kerr, based on a documentary of the same name. And he said, due to his filming commitments, Rock won't be available for any premium live event matches until at least SummerSlam. Moreover, it might prove challenging for him to train for a match while on set. While we believe he believes this won't be his final match, there's no fixed date for another bout, as it hinges on his movie schedule. However, giving the flexibility of his WWE contract, he could potentially adjust dates for a WWE Premium Live event show. Meltzer noted that filming for the Smashing Machine is set to begin on the May 1st, indicating that The Rock won't be available for the May Saudi Arabia show and might find it difficult to participate in SummerSlam depending on his filming schedule. The earliest opportunity for another match would likely be to wait until WrestleMania next year at WrestleMania 41. What's your thoughts on this news? Before I ask, give your take in the comments. I I forgot to also talk about this. What Dave Meltzer added onto on his Wrestling Observer newsletter, saying like Rock is filming a. Okay, why did it went away? Come on.
Joey,
Yeah.
can you pause for a minute?
What?
Because little man wants you to change his pull up.
Okay.
On
Like Rock is filming the Smash Machine. I'll be right there. Yeah, a movie where he plays a former MMA star Mark Kerr, based on a documentary on the same name, based on the filming schedule. That he could not do any pay per view matches until SummerSlam, and even that would be difficult because he'd had to train for the match while on set. But before I continue finishing reading the Wrestling Observer newsletter, I'll be right back. Excuse me for a moment. And as what I was just saying, uh, while the belief in the company is that this is not his last match, there is no date for another match, and it depends on his movie schedule. Although with the nature of his WWE contract, he also could move dates around for a WWE pay-per-view show. Ringside News reached out to a seasoned member of the WWE creative team regarding Dave Meltzer's report about The Rock's absent from post WrestleMania 40 plans. They confirmed that there are currently no plans beyond WrestleMania 40 as WWE has yet to receive information regarding his availability for future dates. Like we don't know The Rock's availability for WrestleMania. Before there's pitch, we need to know like what events he's able to make so we can pitch ideas for dates. And what are your thoughts on The Rock's movie schedules, like especially for one particular one of him playing an MMA fighter, playing a role as an MMA fighter named Mark Kerr? Yeah, Mark Kerr. And do you think that he's gonna get some more movie roles, like and more roles to play on movies in the next few months? And do you think that's gonna keep him from wrestling any more dates on WWE's premium live events? I mean, wrestling more premium live events this year in 2024, or do you think that they're just gonna do some kind of a balance, like they're gonna do like you're gonna have a schedule of making the movies that he's gonna be featuring on like here and there, and then he can have enough time to wrestle on their big pay-per-view, like SummerSlam and Crown Jewel, and maybe even next year's Royal Rumble. And do you think that will happen? Like, and the People's Champ will only wrestle like about 3 or 4 matches this year, or do you think he's gonna be a little more, and he's not gonna be doing this little MMA movie not until like later on, like in the next few months? What if it's before or after SummerSlam? Like, do you think it's gonna be then, or do you think it's going to be? Do you think that he's gonna be doing his movie? I mean, he's gonna be too busy with his movie commitments, and he will be missing a few shows, and he's only gonna make it to a couple of premium live events of this year of 2024 for WWE. Yeah, please leave your comments down below. Which I think they are. I think he will. If it's gonna be sooner after WrestleMania, I think he's gonna do that. He's gonna be away for a few months, and then we could possibly build up like by SummerSlam. We could build up to a future dream match between the Tribal Chief and the People's Champ, or the Great One, more like because he acts like more of a Great One, or even I'll say Brahma Bull or the Great One, much rather than the People's Champ. When he's known as the People's Champ, he's more of a baby face when you use that nickname. Like, unless you want to start calling him the Bloodline Champion, even though that title should belong to Roman Reigns, if any of the Bloodline members have a name like that. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below and what's your thoughts on The Rock's future of 2024. And do you think it's going to be at least like partially do you think his time in 2024 is going to be partially available for WWE, or do you think it's going to be barely a quarter of his time is going to be in WWE, and the most majority of his time 2024 being scheduled will be in Hollywood? which I think that could happen, and he can make at least the at SummerSlam and add Crown Jewel, like if not a couple more other wrestling events. But we're just gonna but yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see what's next for the Brahma Bull on this very confusing time. And and yeah, and the only thing we know that he's gonna do in WWE is this like 3 weeks from the Saturday, I believe. He's gonna team with his own cousin Roman Reigns to take on Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, which that's like 22 nights from now. And yeah, let me know in the comments who's gonna win. Even though I keep saying that about 100,000 times, but I just want to ask y'all questions like these, like just to give you a variety of it. But next up, we're gonna move on to the next wrestling news of Mercedes Moné, possibly the highest paid women in wrestling after AEW signing. The landscape of AEW has been completely altered, like with perhaps one of their biggest signings in the history of the Jacksonville-based promotion. Mercedes Moné, who made her debut at this week's episode of AEW Big Business Dynamite, after months of dealing with a serious ankle injury and numerous speculations and rumors, the CEO chose to ink a deal with Tony Khan's promotion instead of her former employer WWE. Mercedes opted to join AEW instead of rejoining WWE, was reportedly uh, uh, attributed like to her desire for a higher salary, according to Dave Meltzer of F4 F4 F4W online.com. Like the former 7-time WWE Women's Champion was seeking a money deal, like a equivalent to what her contemporary to Becky Lynch earns. While the WWE's offer fell short of her expectations, AEW President Tony Khan extended a significant financial offer that reportedly makes her the highest paid women in pro wrestling. I'll I'll bet not reaching the rumored $5 million per year. I figure circulating online. One WWE women's star noted that that they are hearing that the number is enough to make her the highest paid woman in pro wrestling, he said, and that they were thrilled at AEW for making the offer and and happy for her to have accepted it, because in the long run it means it's a better market for top women wrestlers. Noting, I think it sets a standard that women should be paid too. The women do great numbers and have huge social followings, and also said that it was a huge deal for women in the industry who are paid a lot less than men. With Mercedes Moné officially all elite, it would be interesting to see if her star power garners the big business for Tony Khan's company, and justifies her worth for the amount that she was been that she has been paid. And what are your thoughts? And do you think that she is the most high paid women's wrestler in professional wrestling? Let me know in the comments down below. And also, like, how much do you think Tony Khan offered her that she accepted? And do you think it was 5 million or do you think it was more? Tony Khan listened to Danhausen? Let me also know about that in the comments below. And do you think that? And also, last thing I'm gonna ask, do you think that Tony Khan offered Danhausen not Danhausen, but like it's the Danhausen a blimp for his reward, I guess, to bring in one of the biggest and hottest female free agents in all of PW. Let me know about that in the comments below. On my take, I think he probably did gave her like about 5 million, but that's only if she requested that. Like, which Tony Khan did not see no issue about that because I think he's a billionaire promoter. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think so. Like, but when he started AEW, he was just a millionaire. But yeah, I think when it comes to profits, I think he started growing, like especially on how the Jacksonville-based promotion has been mostly successful in his time as the president of the company. But anyways, I think she got paid like at least that is the bare minimum. But at the same time, it could have been more. I think it could have been more. I don't know what it is specifically. I'll say it could be up to either 5 million or higher. That's all I can say right now. But I'm not in their business. I'm just saying like how I would see it because she's a more valuable superstar. Like she's a main eventer in the wrestling business. So how could she not get paid that much money? But yeah, either way, and I don't think it's just about the money. She just want to have a good run in a wrestling company and try something new and wrestle wrestlers that she never got a chance to compete in before. Yeah, she for another wrestler. Yeah. But yeah, good. Huh? Like how? I just took him out.
No.
I just took him out like a couple hours ago. No. Anyways.
No. Clean that mess up.
Can I do it just a moment? I'll do it. I don't know why he does that.
Why?
He didn't even eat. But anyways.
Why not?
But yeah, I think she's trying to have a good run in the wrestling company, and also she
people and you guys like they're not nice.
Who did that?
One.
But anyway, let me know in the comments right down below and about that, and then also yeah, I think she's gonna have a very successful run, and she's gonna finally get the chance to do what she wants to do, like try something new, like also win championships other than WWE, and also okay, I'm coming.
Come here.
Trey, you okay? I'm going. I don't know why he even did it. Anyways, yeah, and she.
I know.
Okay, I'll go.
No.
Can you please give Uncle Super Ninja Austin a moment? Anyways, but I think she's gonna. I think the CEO is gonna have a very successful run, and she's gonna finally get a chance to wrestle in a new company, especially in this country, in the States, like in a weekly televised show on national television, and also win championships other than WWE, and also wrestle women's wrestler that she never wrestled before, like whether if it's in WWE, New Japan Pro Wrestling, or wherever she ever wrestled in that, because most of the wrestlers that she never got a chance to wrestle them like in the first place when they got started in wrestling is because of her most of that time was in her run in WWE. and we can finally see her being in dream matches like we mentioned before. But yeah, let's hope that her All Elite run be like a big all-time like I'll say an all-time success for the CEO. As now she's officially All Elite. And anyways, let's move on to the next slide. We got some Nick Khan news now as he taking step to change change the culture in WWE after Vince McMahon lawsuit. Vince McMahon faced allegations of sexual trafficking, and misconduct, from a former WWE employee. It ultimately resulted in him resigning from the company, but many wondered if Nick Khan and others were aware of the situation as well. In light of this, Khan is taking steps to change the culture in WWE. Vince McMahon was hit with serious allegations of sexual trafficking and misconduct from former WWE employee Janelle Grant. The lawsuit claims Vince McMahon shared explicit content of Grant without consent, involving other WWE employees, unnamed executives, and stars, and allegedly directed her to engage in sexual activities with them. Following the sexual trafficking lawsuit, Vince McMahon officially resigned from WWE and TKO Holdings. McMahon also vehemently denied the allegations, stating that he would defend himself against the accusation. Yes. Why are you following her?
I got my baby.
Okay, good. You got your baby? That's good. But anyways, where was I? And it also states in a recent update from Front Office Sports, the identities of the corporate officers have been revealed according to the report. Corporate officer number one was none other than the current WWE president, the current WWE president Nick Khan. According to Dave Meltzer, in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, sources within WWE did not officially comment on the revelation of the names of the corporate officers mentioned in the lawsuit, either officially or unofficially. However, one source acknowledged being aware of the situation. Additionally, it was mentioned that Nick Khan, one of the identified corporate officers, is actively working on implementing steps to change the culture within WWE. With him writing, sources at WWE did not comment regarding this story. This time, the names of the corporate officers in the lawsuit being revealed officially or unofficially. The past one simply saying that they were aware of this, and mentions that Khan is working on steps to change the culture. While Nick Khan wasn't involved in the sexual misconduct, they they were part of the lawsuit against Vince McMahon. It remains to be seen how Nick Khan will end up changing the culture in WWE once and for all. And what are your thoughts on Nick Khan on in this lawsuit situation, and how do you guys think he's going to change the culture in the Stanford-based company? Let me know in the comments down below, and let's hope that not I but him. Let's hope that he can do it successfully and for the better benefits of WWE to get out of this horrible situation. But let's move on to the next wrestling news. We got some Matt Hardy news as AEW status uncertain as contract expiry looms. And then it says about Matt Hardy has enjoyed a storied career marked uh, by remarkable success across multiple wrestling promotions over several decades, while his contract expiry looms. It it appears his status with AEW is still uncertain. Matt Hardy's AEW debut in March of 2020 coin coincided 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 with the onset of the pandemic. Initially, there was an expectation that his contract would align with the with that of his brother Jeff Hardy upon the latter's the latter's arrival in AEW. However, due to various factors such as injuries and periods of inactivity, their contracts did not synchro- synchronize synchronized, leading to an extension of Matt Hardy's contract. It was reported that Matt Hardy's contract was going to expire in March this year. Something that Matt Hardy would also confirm recently. Since then, fans wonder if he was going to stick with AEW in the end. While speaking on his Extreme Life Matt Hardy podcast, Extreme Life Matt Hardy podcast, the the veteran provided an update on his contract status, stating that there were no significant developments to report. He mentioned ongoing negotiations and discussions, but indicated that there was no concrete update at the moment. He's he stated, Nothing really new, no updates to be given. Just still conversing, still in the midst of negotiation, figuring out what's going on. So no real updates on that, but thank you guys for asking and giving a sugar honey iced tea, and not the sweet, refreshing kind. But anyways, Matt Hardy recently made it clear that he's not retiring from active wrestling anytime soon. The future of Matt Hardy's wrestling career in AEW remains uncertain, leaving fans curious about what lies ahead of, odds ahead for the veteran wrestler. And what are your thoughts on Matt Hardy's status on his contract? And and do you think he's going to stick around with AEW and they're going to try to re-sign him somehow, or do you think it's going to be some kind of, or do you think it's going to be the end of his deal with all Elite Wrestling as soon as his contract expires, with fully expires, I should say? Do you think he's gonna stay? But what I'm trying to say is, like, do you think he's gonna stay in All Elite Wrestling, or do you think he's gonna leave AEW, and we could probably see him going back to a company like TNA or WWE? Or do you think he's gonna go to another company that he is yet to wrestle for? Which I don't know if he wrestled for New Japan, like, let alone him having the desire to join the Japanese promotion. But I mean, it's worth a try if he has the dreams and the desire to go over to to go over the I'll say the other side of the country, I guess I could call it. I mean, not the other side of the world. I'd say the country, the world, obviously, because Japan's obviously a different country than the United States. But yeah, like in the other side of the world. Yeah, let me know in the comments about that right down below. And let's move on to the next wrestling news. But yeah, before I continue, I just want to wish him the best of luck, and hopefully that he does great on his career wherever he's under a contract with. Let's hope nothing bad happens with him and with his relationships with Tony Khan and his promotion. Like hopefully they can find some kind of an agreement, whether if he's going to be staying or whether if he's staying or whether if he's leaving. Let's hope they can agree on something like before they finalize anything. Like first of all, as well. I want to wish Matt Hardy and brother Jeff the best of luck on whatever the decisions are, like between him and All Elite Wrestling in this very uncertain time. But let's move on to the next wrestling news, and we got Alexa Bliss exposes impersonator on social media. Alexa Bliss, a beloved figure in WWE, often contends with numerous imposter accounts, like impersonating her on social media platforms. Recently, Bliss directly addressed one such imposter account, like highlighting the ongoing issue like she faces. After many months of anticipation, Alexa Bliss finally gave birth to her daughter last year. Alexa Bliss's daughter's birth also had very fascinating coincidence behind it for good measure. Alexa Bliss's absence from WWE television has provided an opportunity for fake accounts to exploit her name, engaging in scams like in deceptive activities, like as she awaits her return. Like these imposters continue to take advantage of unsuspecting individuals. One imposter account, I should say, using the exact photo from Alexa Bliss's Twitter account, reached out to a fan and asked if they would take care of them upon no like uh, of noticing upon noticing the deception. Alexa Bliss directly addressed the fake account, urging it to stop pretending to be her. With her commenting this nice attempt at a Photoshop check mark excuse me, like nice attempt like at a Photoshop check mark. Stop pretending to be me. This isn't even the first time Alexa Bliss had to deal with an imposter account, and make it might be the last either. Nevertheless, we do hope like Bliss doesn't have to deal with such like like let's hope that Alexa Bliss doesn't have to deal with nuisances in the future. But Alexa Bliss posting this to the imposter that's trying to be like her by saying this right here, like right on top. And what are your thoughts on Alexa Bliss shutting down these imposters? And I think she's doing a very good job. And if and for those fans out there that think they're talking to the real wrestlers, like just be careful out there. Like let them like make sure you inform them and make sure you get the whole information to know it's exactly them. Even though it's easy said than done, but I would mostly recommend you just to stay like if you want to follow a wrestler on their social media account, follow them in their the exact social media account, like on Alexa Bliss where it shows the blue check mark right there. Like I would recommend you to following them on there specifically when they have that. If they don't have that blue check mark, just be careful because it may be them in a fan page. It may not. Like it depending on if they ask you some weird questions. Like if they ask you if you have any money or gift cards or whatever, like don't give it to them because they're basically using you. Like and they think they can get away with it and make some profit just because of them impersonating wrestlers and then if it's and even if they try to promise you something like some kind of an awarding gift like for doing so, like don't fall for the trap because they're just trying to use you for your money and trying to do that for their benefits so they don't have to get a real job and also a real job to make a living, like basically, yeah. And if it's like my homie Slaprock would say, like if it's too good to be true, like then it's more likely it is. I mean, you'll be lucky if you get a chance to exclusively talk to your favorite wrestler, but that's only if they don't ask you weird questions like this, or even like if you have any money or something valuable to give to them. But if they ask you some questions on how you're doing and what your day was like and etc. Like then they have to be a real wrestler because why they spending they're using their time to talk to you like if they why else they would spend their time talking to you like if they don't have the time for it, like whenever they're not like in when they're not in the ring, like training or even in a match on the show or even on a house show. But yeah, you got for fans that are being contacted with so-called wrestlers on social media, be careful out there and don't give them any of your money. Like even if they ask you nice, because that's all they're looking for. They don't really care about you. Like and yeah, and if there's and I would recommend you suggesting to try to save that money, whatever you're using for that specific wrestler. Use that whenever they come into your local town or city or wherever you're residing at, and use that money to go to a meet and greet to meet them and get their autograph and ask a couple of questions that you have for them. I would recommend you doing that. Like you use that money, like wherever your hard-earned money you're getting it from side hustles or a job or whatever. Like use that for your own benefit of seeing the wrestlers. Like, and I heard that the next wrestling meet and greet is going to be at WWE World, And if you're giving giving that much money to someone like a fake Alexa Bliss, you might as well use that for that event. Like if Alexa Bliss is going to be making her appearance there, a return appearance there, but I don't think it's going to be at there though. But I think it's going to be anytime in the summertime that she's gonna be making her return in the like in the summertime, because she also teased that she could be making a return by SummerSlam because it's going to be in her home state of Ohio. But let me know about that if you think that Alexa Bliss is going to be making a return at SummerSlam. Write down in the comments. But let's move on to the next. But let's move on to the next wrestling news, and let's talk about some early spoilers for WWE SmackDown episode. And it says on to this wrestling news report, WWE is moving a full stream ahead of the road to WrestleMania on with SmackDown in Memphis, Tennessee, being the latest stop that will be ahead by the appearance of the People's Champion, The Rock. Spoilers have surfaced regarding matches scheduled for this week's episode of Friday Night SmackDown, with WWE's announcement of a six-pack ladder match for the WWE Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania. More qualifying matches will go down on upcoming Raw and SmackDown shows to fill the remaining slots. According to WrestleVotes, they have confirmed the two qualifiers qualifier matches that. Qualifier matches set for Friday Night SmackDown with Pete and Tyler Bate, aka the New Catch Republic, going on against Elton Prince and Kit Wilson, while the LWO's Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro will take on their heated rivals, Legado del Fantasmas, Andy Garza and Humberto Carrillo, while Randy Orton and Grayson Waller will collide in the singles match. SmackDown tonight will feature Randy Orton versus Grayson Waller, along with WrestleVotes posting this. Tonight will feature Randy Orton and Grayson Waller, along with following two WrestleMania Tag Team title qualifier matches, like the New Catch Republic versus Pretty Deadly, and the LWO taking on Legado del Fantasma. We'll see. Additionally, announced a segment for SmackDown include The Rock's response to Cody Rhodes slapping him, a match, and also Bailey and Dakota Kai in the return of Rey Mysterio as well. And you can see right here on the post of WrestleVotes right here on their X account. But what are your thoughts on tonight's spoiler match? And do you think The Rock's still going to make an appearance, even if the Rock concert has been scrapped it has been nixed, I should say. More likely nixed is a better term to use. Okay, Sam. But anyway, yeah, let me know in the comments right down below. I'd like to hear what y'all's opinions are, which I think it's going to be. I think it's going, even if The Rock shows up, I think he's going to be in a promo segment of responding back to that slap. And we will be seeing matches. I figured it would be I knew the New Catch Republic and Pretty Deadly are going to be in the match. I didn't know about LWO because we thought we might see a different kind of tag team match at WrestleMania with them, but I think this could be pretty beneficial. Like, I don't really know who exactly is probably going to win, even though I don't know by spoilers, but more likely prediction wise. I think Randy Orton's going to beat Grayson Waller, obviously, to build things up between him and Owens and Paul for their triple threat United States Championship match. And I'll say the New Catch Republic against Pretty Deadly, I think, is going to be the New Catch Republic because they've been over right now and they've been winning most of their matches and look like championship contenders. So I think they're going to get the win. And they're just going to continue their momentum of winning their weekly matches on SmackDown. And then on the side with Legado del Fantasma against LWO, I would say it's going to be Legado del Fantasma. They've been more over than the LWO, like especially the tag team of side of things, like with Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo, which they're the replacements of Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde. And do you think that that's going to be your prediction as well? I'll say, do you think you're going to or do you guys are going to be predicting this too? And I'll say Bailey's going to beat Dakota Kai. Then again, we could see a screwy finish with Dakota Kai getting the win, or even I don't know, or even a no contest, or no. I'll say. It's going to be during the match. They're going to attack her. You're going to give, or perhaps Bailey's going to win by DQ, and I think it'll be Bailey's going to take them out one by one. Start off with Dakota, and then it could be Asuka, Kairi Sane, and then it'll be like it's just you and me, EO, and I'm going to take that title at the biggest grand stage tomorrow, even though she don't have her best friend that she used to be in Golden Role Models with, but no matter, like she could do this all by herself, and plus, it seems like her former Golden Role Model best friend is going to be probably helping her out like half the way at least, along with a couple other baby faces like Michin and Zelina. Even though Zelina in a heated feud with Legado del Fantasma's Electra Lopez, but we're just gonna have to see what's next for the future of this match. I mean, the future of this match itself, which is like in a few hours from now, like 6 hours, I believe, or even 6, maybe 7 hours, like depending on if it's going to be on the first hour or the second hour. But yeah, let me know about that in the comments down below if you know. But I think, Bailey's going to win that match. Randy Orton's going to win his match against Grayson Waller. The New Catch Republic's going to win their match, while Legado del Fantasma win their match to qualify in the SmackDown side of things, like along with the rest of the Raw